All right, let's talk Texas carry. A lot of folks, they think you could just, tuck a handgun into your waistband or maybe your pocket, and you're good.
Yeah, seems simple.
But here's the urgent truth, the real problem. If even a tiny bit of that gun can be seen, you could be facing, serious trouble. Especially now, with the way the laws have changed.
That's exactly right. Things are different now.
Think about it. Maybe you're just running to the corner store, quick errand, or maybe you're out taking a walk. You feel like you're being responsible, keeping your firearm close.
Mm-hmm. Being prepared.
But what if the way you're actually carrying it makes it illegal without you even realizing it?
And that happens. People get caught up.
Yeah, there's this common misbelief, right? That if the gun is mostly hidden, it's always concealed. Or, hey, I'm over 21, I can carry it however I want now.
Total myth. We definitely need to break that down.
So what really changed in Texas law? What counts as a holster anyway? And look, what are the real consequences if you just tuck your gun in your pants and someone sees it?
Big questions.
By the end of this conversation, you'll know exactly what you need to do. How to stay safe, stay free, and stay legal carrying a handgun here in Texas.
That's the goal. Today, we're going to walk through these Texas handgun rules, really focusing on everything after September 1st, 2021, and why understanding holsters specifically is just so crucial now. It's all about getting clear on this.
Okay, let's get into it then. Before that date, September 1, 2021, things were, different. If you wanted to openly carry a handgun in Texas, you generally needed that license to carry, the LTC.
Right.
And the gun had to be in a specific type of holster, belt, or shoulder.
Belt or shoulder, yeah. And if you wanted to conceal carry, you also needed that LTC. Pretty straightforward back then.
Right. But then came House Bill 1927. People call it constitutional carry.
Yep, that's the one. And it really changed the whole landscape. It basically brought in permitless carry, both open and concealed, for most Texans 21 and up.
Okay, permitless. So no license needed for many people.
Correct. Even some 18 to 20-year-olds in certain situations. But here's the really critical part. It raises this question. What was the key requirement that came with this new freedom?
What was it?
If you choose to openly carry, even without a permit, that handgun must be in a holster. That's the rule now. No exceptions.
Okay, so openly carry needs a holster. But what exactly does openly carry mean under the law? Does it mean, fully visible?
Good question. The law defines openly carried as any handgun that is partially or wholly visible. Partially. So even if just a tiny bit of the grip or the slide is showing, maybe sticking out from under your shirt or from your pocket, legally, that counts as open carry.
Wow. Okay, so any part visible means it's open.
Exactly. And if it's considered open, even just partially, it absolutely must be secured in a holster. It doesn't matter if it's in your waistband, on your ankle, in a pocket holster, thigh rig. If any part of it can be seen, it needs a holster. Full stop.
That's a crucial detail. Okay, so what counts as a holster then? Does it have to be some fancy rig?
Well, the law itself, the Texas statute, doesn't give a super detailed definition. But when you look at how it's interpreted, how law enforcement is guided, it's actually surprisingly broad.
Broad how? What kinds?
Think about your standard stuff. Belt holsters, shoulder holsters, simple IWB, or inside the waistband holsters.
Okay.
Pocket holsters, even belly bands, ankle rigs, thigh holsters, those generally count.
So it's not really about the specific type so much.
Exactly. The key thing isn't the brand name or the style, it's the function. The holster has to secure the firearm.
Secure it, meaning?
Meaning it keeps the gun from just, falling out if you move around or flopping loose. It's a safety thing, really. Prevents accidents.
Okay, that makes sense. And you mentioned pocket holsters specifically.
Yeah, the sources we looked at explicitly mentioned pocket holsters as acceptable. But listen, this is important. Just dropping an unsecured pistol loose into your pocket or just tucking it straight into your waistband without anything holding it, that is definitely not okay.
Right. That's the trap.
That's the trap. That's where people can get into real trouble, sometimes without even meaning to.
Okay, so let's walk through that scenario. This is where it gets really critical for people to understand. You just tuck your pistol maybe into your pants, waistband, no holster. A little bit of the grip pokes out over your belt, or maybe your shirt rides up and shows it. Is that legal in Texas?
Based on everything we just discussed, connecting those dots, the answer is a definite nope. Absolutely not.
No. What is it legally?
That's considered a legal open carry. Think about it. It's visible, right? So it's open carry.
Right, even partially.
Even partially. But is it in a holster?
No, just tucked.
Then it's a direct violation. Specifically, Texas Penal Code Section 46.02A5. It's right there in the law.
And what happens? What are the consequences? Is it just like a ticket?
No, it's much more serious than a ticket. It's a Class A misdemeanor.
Class A. What does that mean for someone, practically?
Practically. That means it's a serious criminal charge. It can mean a fine up to $4,000, sure, but it can also mean jail time, potentially up to a year. And critically, it leaves you with a criminal record.
Wow. Okay, so not just a slap on the wrist.
Not at all. And it can get even worse.
Ow.
It can be bumped up to a third-degree felony in certain situations. Like, if this happens in a place that gets most of its money from selling alcohol, like certain bars.
The 51% sign places.
Exactly. Or if you're showing the gun, in a threatening or aggressive way, then you're looking at a felony charge.
And a third-degree felony, that's life-changing stuff. Serious prison time, losing rights.
Absolutely. We're talking years in prison potentially, and all the collateral consequences that come with the felony conviction. It impacts jobs, housing, everything. This isn't something to guess about. You need to know.
Okay, but what about the gray area? What if you tuck it and you're sure no part is showing when you first put it there? Check your shirt. Looks good. Are you safe then?
Still really risky, and this raises that important question. What happens the moment it does become visible, even accidentally?
Like if you bend over.
Exactly. You bend over to tie your shoe, you reach for something on a high shelf, you sit down, and your shirt pulls up. If that gun becomes visible even for a second...
Then what?
Then legally, in that instant, it counts as open carry. And because it's not in a holster, boom, you're potentially violating the law right there.
So just tucking it is basically always a gamble.
It's a huge gamble, yeah, because you can't guarantee it'll stay hidden through every movement you make all day.
Let's take a quick pause before we continue.
If you're listening right now and you believe in what we're doing, educating, empowering, and helping real people navigate the justice system, then consider becoming a sponsor of the Legal Gangsta podcast.
This isn't just a show. This is a movement.
We don't take money from lawyers or legal aid. We stand on truth, faith, and real solutions for real people.
If you'd like to be a sponsor, contact the Legal Gangsta management team today at
legal-gangsta.com.
That's legal-gangsta.com.
Now let's get back into it.
Welcome back. We were just breaking down the risks of just tucking your firearm and why that holster is so critical for open carry.
Right, the visibility issue.
So what does this all mean for carrying your firearm wisely? Is there a way around this holster requirement?
Well, yeah, there's the other main way to carry. Concealed carry. Fully concealed.
Okay, concealed. What are the rules there? Holster needed.
For concealed carry, technically no holster is required by the Texas statute itself. But the key word is fully hidden.
Fully hidden, meaning?
Completely out of sight, no part of the gun visible, no printing like the outline showing through your clothes, no accidental flashing when you move. If it's truly concealed, the holster law for open carry doesn't apply.
So if you're going to go without a holster, you better be absolutely sure it stays hidden.
100%, because the second it becomes visible, you're back in that open carry situation needing a holster.
Makes sense. Now, you mentioned permitless carry earlier. Training and licenses aren't mandatory now for a lot of people.
Correct. Not mandatory for basic permitless carry if you meet the age and background requirements.
But is there still a reason to maybe get that license to carry the LTC?
Oh, absolutely. There are still some pretty significant benefits to getting and maintaining your LTC, even with permitless carry being law.
Like what?
Well, think of the LTC kind of like a fast pass in some ways. For one, LTC holders can usually bypass the background check when they purchase a firearm from a licensed dealer. Save some time and hassle.
Okay, convenience there. What else?
Reciprocity. This is a big one. Your Texas LTC is recognized in many other states. So if you travel, you can legally carry in those states according to their laws. Permitless carry often doesn't have that same out-of-state recognition.
So it gives you more freedom to travel armed legally.
Definitely expands your options geographically.
And didn't you mention something about carrying in more places within Texas too?
Yes, that's another key benefit. For example, LTC holders can generally carry in places like bars or restaurants that make less than 51% of their income from alcohol. Those places with the blue signs, not the red 51% signs. Someone carrying permitlessly cannot.
Okay, so more access. What about places with no gun signs, like private businesses?
Yeah, that's another difference. How you have to be notified differs. An LTC holder often has slightly different rights regarding those specific types of signs, like the 30.06 and 30.07 signs, compared to someone carrying without a license. Gives you a bit more legal standing in some situations.
So basically, the LTC still offers real advantages in terms of convenience, travel, and access, even if it's not strictly required just to carry in Texas anymore.
Exactly. It provides clarity and additional privileges under the law.
Okay, let's circle back to the holster itself. Why the big emphasis on it for open carry? What's the reasoning behind that law?
Well, what's fascinating here is it really boils down to one main thing: safety. Plain and simple.
Safety. How so?
Holsters are designed for specific safety functions. They secure the gun, right?
Right.
That helps prevent accidental drops. A dropped firearm is dangerous.
True.
They also help prevent unauthorized access, like someone trying to grab the gun. And very importantly, good holsters cover the trigger guard, which helps prevent accidental or negligent discharges. You know, the gun going off when it shouldn't.
So it's about responsible handling and preventing accidents.
Precisely. It promotes safer gun handling practices when carrying openly.
And what about from like a police perspective, law enforcement?
Yeah, that's relevant too.
Yeah.
Think about it from their view. An openly carried handgun that's properly secured in a holster, it's relatively clear what's going on. It looks intentional, secured, less alarming perhaps.
Okay, predictable.
Predictable, yeah. But a gun just tucked loosely, or one that keeps flashing into view accidentally, that creates uncertainty. Is the person legally carrying? Are they being careless? It can make officers uneasy and more likely to intervene to investigate.
So it can lead to unwanted interactions, basically.
It can. It might prompt police contact, questions, maybe a citation if you're violating the holster rule, or potentially worse, depending on the circumstances. Using a holster just makes the situation clearer for everyone.
Did the sources mention anything specific about how police view this?
Actually, yeah. The Houston Police Department's own manual, for example, reportedly states something like, a handgun that is visible and holstered is lawful and does not constitute a violation. Clear guidance for their officers.
Visible and holstered is lawful.
Right. But anything else, a gun visible but not holstered, they might intervene to check things out to ensure compliance with the law. So this really raises that important question again.
Yeah.
How do you carry in a way that doesn't invite that kind of unwanted attention or potential legal trouble?
Use a holster if it might be seen.
That's the simplest way to put it, yeah. Be proactive, make the choice that aligns with the law, and frankly with common sense safety.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What's the absolute bottom line for folks carrying a handgun in Texas now after September 4th, 2021? Let's make it crystal clear.
All right, break it down. 3 key points.
Lay 'em out.
1, if you choose to openly carry, meaning any part of the gun could be visible, it absolutely must be in a real holster, period. Doesn't matter if it's waistband, shoulder, pocket, ankle, as long as it secures the gun.
Okay, visible means holster. Got it.
2, just tucking your gun loosely into your pants or pocket where it might be seen, that's illegal. That's unsecured open carry, and it's against the law. Big risks there.
Don't do it. What's number 3?
3, if you prefer concealed carry, make absolutely sure it stays fully hidden, completely out of sight. In that case, a holster isn't legally required by the statute itself, but remember all those benefits of getting an LTC we talked about. Still valuable.
Clear rules. Visible needs a holster. Tucking is illegal if seen. Concealed means totally hidden.
That's the core message. And really, if you're ever in doubt, just use a holster. It's the safest bet, legally and physically. Stay safe, stay legal. Knowledge is power, but only when you understand it and actually use it.
That's right. It empowers you. You know, consider this. Knowing these subtle legal distinctions, it doesn't just keep you out of trouble. It empowers you to make truly informed choices. Choices for your own safety, your own freedom. Makes you wonder, what other common assumptions we make about daily life might have these crucial, hidden legal implications? Something to think about.
Definitely food for thought. And remember, if you're in Harris County and you're ready to start that journey towards freedom, towards a clean record, you need to visit legal-gangsta.com. That's legal-gangsta.com. Go there and get your 10-step Erase Your Criminal Record Guide today.
Take that step. And hey, if you found this conversation valuable, please like it, subscribe so you catch every episode, and share this information. Someone you know might really need to hear this truth today.
That's right. And leave us a comment too. Let us know your thoughts.
Until next time, stay blessed, stay informed, and stay free.